the evil that threatens eternal night. Heroes from across worlds stand and unite. No other foe or force can match their might. The once great people of this world now hide in fear. All chaos shaken by the power of sword and spear. The black-clad armies of the Dark One now draw near. But in the distance, the sergeant and the bear appear. Great heroes of past the law, no power has seen before. Wings spread far across the sky, marching across the great divide to save the world from deterioration, to end the age of annihilation. Great heroes of past the law, no power has seen before. Wings spread far across the sky, marching across the great divide to save the world from deterioration, to end the age of annihilation. Legions of Rome stand and let their arrows fly. The roaring of dragons and machines fills the sky. Secret agents and the generals they defy. Swarms of orcs and samurai raise their banners high. In the wake of death, only one man stands alone. The sergeant raises his sword, high silver shone. He condemns the chaos born on his soul. He stands longing for the day he may return home. Great heroes of past the law, no power has seen before. Wings spread far across the sky, marching across the great divide to save the world from deterioration, to end the age of annihilation. Until the war for the world's brains is won, they will fight until there are none. But a hero will stand alone as one, and the bloodshed is finally done. Great heroes of past the law, no power has seen before. We spread far across the sky, marching across the great divide to save the world from deterioration, to end the age of annihilation. Great heroes are past the law, no power has seen before. Wings spread far across the sky, marching across the great divide to save the world from deterioration, to end the age of annihilation, 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 to end the age of annihilation.
Welcome to ToV Live. It is Valhalla time, and it is time to where we, well, we're going to try and give an overview of everything that Renegade showed us a few weeks ago. This is a brilliant graphic, Joe. Brilliant. Yeah, Overload is definitely
Overload.
how it should be named.
I don't feel
Absolutely.
like there's been any other Renegade cons that have given us this much content.
Well, I
to
think
even
it
think
was
about.
because of Gen Con they kind of paused for a bit, and now they're throwing twice as much for that pause that they had.
I mean, they showed off so much at
Yeah.
Gen Con.
We assume we're going to split
I was
that up.
surprised to even see like
So like all of it together, just
all of it here. Yeah.
Yeah. It was definitely was not underwhelming. Anyway, hello, I am Ryan, aka Tales of Valhalla, and I have with me a panel tonight of peoples to help us go through all of what we have just witnessed a few weeks ago. We got Sir Josiah Roguescaper, we have Sir Nobleman Nick, and we have the man of the last few weeks, actually, because we've been so concerned about him, Sir Joe Crazy. And Joe, just give like 30 seconds, people, just a recap of last few weeks, and how are you doing?
30 seconds, my God. I'm doing better. And I'm doing better. I don't have 30 seconds, dude. That's crazy.
I'll give you more time near the end of the show. But
the needle that I got was a lot better now. I don't know. We talked about stuff in the backstage. So
yeah, but I did post some of that of the backstage publicly, so people should be watching it. Let some people comment.
I'm doing okay with my diet. I don't know. Having people know, like, do they know if I had pancreatitis? Is that what
some people
know
probably
that?
do?
I don't know.
Because
I had pancreatitis. I was in the hospital for 11 days. And I was diagnosed with type 1 diabetes, which they call as LADA. It's like lateness in adults, so like it just kind of popped up, it flared up or whatever, like it just, here it is, so
we are all very worried, but I'm glad that he's back.
But he hasn't lost his voice. Back. I lost 15 pounds, if anyone cared.
Didn't lose his voice, but lost 15 pounds, so there you go.
Yeah, it's
on
crazy.
The bright side, you can usually get rid of type 1 because
I mean, look, fingers crossed, because like the way the body works is insane. I learned so much about myself, so look, like I said, like, I don't know if my pancreas has been working. They say there's like a honeymoon phase of how this works. It could just shut off, it could continue working. I don't know. But I gotta prick my finger like multiple times during the day to check my sugar, and it's like an insane process to me. So,
but we're glad you're here. We're glad you're here.
Yeah,
glad you're able to maintain yourself during the podcast and return with us on the stream. So, yes, definitely glad you're here. And let's see, our first in the chat tonight is War Pigment, waving hands. We also got Matthias Maccabees there, Ken in the chat, and who else do we have? We got Premiumscape. Hey, Premiumscape, how are you doing, Shane? And we also got Justin there in the chat as well. Wonderful. That
Premiumscape posts a lot of videos lately.
Premiumscape is really fun channel. I love listening to those guys. It makes you feel like you're at home. Maybe it's just because I lived in the South when I was younger, so just the southern accent, the southern drawl just really appeals to me a lot. And we got Nick Dotson there in the chat, who actually I think it's the same person who I'm going to talk about actually in a second. And he doesn't know this, if it's the same person. But I do have we didn't have this planned schedule, Joe, but this just happened in the last few days. So I'm actually going to give a content creator shout out real quick before we get started with the overview tonight. So give me one moment while I bring that up. Yep, it is the same person. Cool. Okay, so let me bring this up here. Okay, everybody, stop what you're doing. There's a link in the description below if you're watching this on YouTube. Go to Nick Dotson's YouTube channel. This gentleman who said that he's not a content creator has made 2 Heroscape videos in the last 4 days. Bless him. And this was he did an unboxing, got a nice big haul of Heroscape stuff, just started doing Heroscape, and basically said, oh, I'm not a content creator, but I'm gonna do this video. I'm like, well, congratulations, because now you are. And he did another one preparing for a local Heroscape event and set up an army for that. So definitely give him a subscription, give him a reason to make more stuff, because we definitely would look forward to seeing more. So check him out. Give him a subscription.
Yeah, and be careful too, because apparently there's another. Am I spelling that wrong? No. There's 2 Nick Dotsons.
Yeah, it's let's see here.
Be careful.
It's NWDOT.
Wait, is there a third one? Wait, what's the at?
Link.
Okay.
The at is NWDOTSON. And there is a link description below if you're,
All right, I found it.
watching this on YouTube. So I already have that link there.
Took me a minute.
Yeah.
But I found it.
Definitely check them out. All right, and let's go back to this because we're just gonna get to it tonight, guys. Because
There is so much.
We gotta cover this. All right.
End of midnight.
What we're gonna do is, should we talk about terrain first? Let's just talk about the terrain and additional packs besides units in general. Let's just go through that first. I don't know which one I look up for that, but
I mean, if we're going in order, technically, it's not on the schedule the way we're scheduling it.
Right.
But if we look at that right there,
There we go.
February we have.
I got
what
that
I
up,
think
too.
is super awesome because I only have one set of it is dungeon terrain.
Caverns of Valhalla.
Caverns of Valhalla.
I love that we've
Markers,
gotten
Commentators,
dungeons. I'm so happy about this.
The common man now has access to the exclusive dungeon tiles.
Absolutely. This is so great. Now I don't remember because I noticed this in the road pack that we just got in the mails if we all
Since
pre-ordered it.
yeah.
There is no 2 hex terrain road. I know it's a weird thing to mention right now, but
okay.
I don't know if anyone else realized that. It's just the 2 road the really long road pieces and then a bunch of ones. And I'm a tad upset about that. But I want to click on the I don't know, is there details? Can I even click on the store page for details?
Matthias,
for the
Ken,
caverns?
this is Heroscape. Just answering your question. I can't shout because my family's asleep right in front of me, so I can't raise my voice. But
What did he say?
he says, "What's the name of this game again?" He needs reminding.
This guy over
here. So yeah, it's cool that we get caverns. We get. I love the when it comes to this isn't terrain pack per se, but with the GI Joe, you get or is it? No, it isn't. It's you get the toxic water.
The battle box.
Yeah, the battle box. The toxic water is really cool.
Love a battle box.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's always cool and a really good deal. $45 again, I'm pretty sure, if you got the unpainted.
And you got the urban landscape, the concrete.
Unpainted is 65.
Was it?
Although who doesn't have a lot of
I gotta go down now.
Who doesn't have a lot of concrete
Yeah.
tiles? Does anybody have I have a ton of concrete and cement tiles. Does everybody else have a lot of concrete or cement tiles?
I
or is
do.
it
I
just
kept
me?
on finding Marvel sets and Goodwill after Heroscape closed. I had acquired 6 or 7 Marvel sets.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
So
Jeez, I only have 2.
There it is.
okay. So
Okay.
I have a
I might
lot
appeal
of
to
terrain.
some people, and the wall's kind of interesting as well.
I
but-
love the walls.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They're
totally
not
new
really
walls.
They're just a full wall. I love that.
And it goes with the types of figures we're getting,
We get more
as well
trees.
as the older ones that are like them, like the ninjas and the soldiers and the agents. Like you would see them maybe around walls like that instead of ruins. So that's cool.
More pigment.
It's a modern wall. It looks like it's modern. I love that.
Oh yeah. The
I like
I
that
so
it's
sick
not-
of, ancient and there's got to be other types of terrain in Valhalla. I know it's really partnered with GI Joe, but on Valhalla
skateboard.
there must be more than just ancient
Castle walls.
and ruins and broken down stuff. There's got to be other buildings and structures. There must be. So I love this so much.
One other thing, because the first time ever we've ever gotten anything like this in the battle box, that stuff glows.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Yeah,
glows
in
in
the dark.
There's a few things that glows in the dark. Yeah, they even isn't the
Yeah.
toxic water there's an actual land type toxic water set.
Yeah, there's
land and
toxic
water
Yeah.
ones.
and water. The effect
what a
is on.
fun gimmick. I love that.
And to answer Skateboard's question, toxic water subtracts 2 and toxic land subtracts 1 for your defense when
There
you're
you
on it.
go. There you go. Okay,
And,
simple enough.
And I don't know about you, Ryan. I don't know if you remember this. I think that was on my bingo board. I had
Oh, was it?
my buddy
Okay.
Glenn and I. We did a bingo board
I remember
when
that.
Age of Annihilation first came out, and we were like, man, it'd be so much cool if there was terrain that just sucked the defense out of people.
I'd like it.
I have to go back to that video and watch it, but I love that concept so much.
I'm excited for map builders.
them right into the slime.
Yeah, to play around with it because you can now create height with no benefit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Boom. The
Kind of like
forest,
the lava in a way,
more
though,
trees are
but
good.
just different because it affects you the whole time.
Oh, and of course.
Well,
the
there's
pirate
such
ship.
a risk factor for that. Yeah.
Pirate ship is cool. You got wood terrain too. Wooden terrain. I don't know if that's gonna do anything, but
Wood terrain acts like road
just
tiles.
roads.
yeah, okay. Oh, like road tiles. So it gives you a
Yeah,
little
when
bit
it's
of
not
movement
attached to the
boost.
ship, it gives you that movement if you start and end on
Awesome.
it. Yeah.
Awesome.
Mm-hmm.
I want to
Yeah.
get some. My son likes the ship. He wants the he likes this this Kraken so much that
Yeah, he was talking about that on the last one.
yeah that he drew a picture of it. He drew a picture of this thing like on the whiteboard because he's that type of artist. He loves sea creatures and stuff. So I gotta like pay the how much money it is for it. He's gonna have to paint his own. I'm gonna have to, I have to get the unpainted version. And then we skipped over real quick as far as the extra stuff. The starter set, Army Painter starter set. Josiah, you had something to say about that, real quick?
Yeah, I just think it's poorly named. I think the concept and the stuff like that inside is like it's nice to have a figure that you can paint with all the colors provided. I just think starter set is bad nomenclature because it doesn't have some proper colors, mainly white, but also like primary colors for a true starter set. So it's more of a beginner set, which is it's semantic, but it can lead to some people thinking, oh, I can paint every figure. Or there's some options you'll need to pick up some extra paints. But if you're looking to paint Decker and get some paints, I think it's a good idea, and I hope to see it more in the future.
That's how I feel about it. Why not? Because I could always use more paints to play with. So I might end up considering getting that. And I don't have a Decker yet either. So
Earlier, you made a good point about it too. With you want white and some of those others, so you can mix and make many different colors.
yeah,
And you can't make white.
Yep, can't. Can't mix together white. And then I think one of the biggest thing that you got for as far as like a terrain and accessories is we're getting a lore book. How incredible is that? This is something I've been shouting from the rafters.
Have you talked to Jeremy? Has he? Is he the reason we're having this book? Like, I really truly believe that.
I think maybe partially, but he hasn't told me much about it because he can't really talk about it too much because it's not released yet. So.
I just want to know that he was on the forefront of that.
Yeah, he can.
It even says it might be like adjusted or something too.
Yeah.
What's it say on there?
Well,
he
maybe
may
it won't be called the Tomb of Annihilation.
Subject to change. So that's the thing. But
Yeah.
still.
Jeremy made a post on his Discord when it was announced that he says this is why I've been so quiet about some things is because I'm just excited to see this released. So that's kind of what Jeremy mentioned. So I'm sure Jeremy was a key component of the lore book, which has gotten me so excited. Just it's nice to get some canonicity to Heroscape, which I like as a lore guy.
Absolutely.
And I love the idea that at the end of every of these giant I don't know what you call them, waves, but milestones that we would be getting a lore book because it has all of the scenarios. It will have all of the, I guess the writings from Sonlin and whoever other characters that has been talking to us, through the letters and things. I'm so stoked about that where I'm oh my god, I don't have to go on the internet and go find these scenarios. I'll have to be all right, come on, Joe, let's go. Let's turn to page 1. All right, let's read through an Age of Annihilation and play through the scenarios one by one.
Yeah, because there's going to have scenarios in the thing too.
You know, have everything there. It's
Just like with video games, when you get the little book in there, that all the games that you really liked, you'd go through the book over and over and over again. And this is even way bigger than the little video game book. So, yeah,
it's a lot of pages.
Heroscape lore has always been so disparate. It only has been available to those who've cared enough to seek it out. It's never been in a concentrated spot. You've had to read web articles and comics and weird notes from designer. Like it's all over the place. So just having a consolidated placed, and also it's like more than just a storybook. You can build maps and have scenarios for play too. So it's a bit multifaceted. I'm excited about the book.
And yeah, thank you, Derek, for joining in for a second. Yes, everybody's saying welcome back, Joe Crazy. So yeah, it's good to have him back. And Skateboard,
that,
yeah,
guys.
I'll probably have to buy 2 lore books, one for me, one for my son, because he loves to look into those things. So
I always
there's
loved
2
reading the
sold
bios of the characters when I was younger too,
Yeah,
especially when I was younger. So
it's going to be cool to see what that's going to be about. All right, how about we get in now to, let's say, first wave of the
First official wave.
First wave of the wave, G.I. Joe, and I'm gonna hop over to, let's see, your character biographies of these certain units, and I'll just say, starting out, for this, give my take on this. My favorite part about the, well, one of my favorite parts about G.I. Joe, of course, is the toxic tiles, but the fact that I find these units to be a lot more adaptable than I thought they were going to be. I mean, I was really neither excited or angry about, I don't know if angry is the right word, but I was like meh, with these. I'm like, okay, you can bring them out, whatever. It probably not going to affect me too much. But going through them, I really appreciate all of them and how they can interact with contemporary, with VC, with classic, some of them. And I'd say my favorite character out of the whole bunch is Roblox. I love the lore. It's solid stats. It's a solid stat card for 100 points, and the machine gun special attack. It reminds me a little of Sylvaris almost, because he's got a little bit of range. But it's just a fun soldier that you can just stand back and just mow things down. I think it might become essential for a soldier build. I just like him. Joe, what are your pros and con thoughts for G.I. Joe?
I mean, for how much I would rather this be Transformers, because I know that they have that property. Because I don't know G.I. Joe as much. Only from like osmosis. I think seeing this in person though, I haven't read through all the cards yet, because it's just, like I said, not my like top tier favorite thing. But I do hope that this satisfies the community that really wanted human characters. I know a lot of them look a little bit more futuristic. They're not like Civil War characters or anything like that, or revolutionary. But I hope this does satisfy those people. And I know Renegade has mentioned that they are looking into doing more historical units when it comes to the Secrets of the Citadel. When that milestone comes out, at least that's what I'm calling it. I don't know what people want to call these new phases.
What are
I
they
guess
going to be releasing with Secrets of the Citadel? Like, how much more can we get?
I mean, look, apparently they have plans for the end of time.
The battle of all time, so it never is gonna end.
I mean, I'm happy to see. I was surprised. I will say I'm very surprised, and I don't know if you guys are too, that right off literally the first year of Heroscape, we're getting an expansion like this. I'm happy to say that this is awesome. I'm just surprised. Because we didn't get Marvel to like almost close to the end, and of at least the original run, right? Like Marvel didn't come out till much later, so seeing G.I. Joe come out so early is very surprising to me. But looking at these designs, like I'm familiar with Cobra Commander and Destro and Snake Eyes and Duke. But like seeing some of these other characters, like the Crimson Twins, I think is one of the more really interesting designs.
Very interesting, yeah.
Like just being able to have both characters out and they share the amount of lives.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's another
insane.
new thing, so that's cool.
And like it's like you don't kill one, you do kill both at the same time, I think. But like no matter which one you shoot at,
yeah.
they
you can't
they
pick
do
one
die
off
at
and then
same
the
time.
other.
Yeah. Like, no matter what, they're both going to be on the field at the same time. Like, it's so fascinating to me.
And that really helps the other GI Joe squad or the Cobra squad of the range squad there because they got to be
commons?
close. Yeah, they got to be close to their heroes to get like a boost, and they're two heroes,
okay. Yeah.
Most of their uniques, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I have a lot of thoughts on the GI Joe, mostly positive. One, I come from the aesthetics angle. I'm almost angry at how good everything looks, if that makes sense. Because like we had to kind of go through a little bit of a learning patch with like AOA releasing,
Sure.
and you had some sloppy paint jobs, some learning growth, and then you see these GI Joe models, and they all look so
nice.
absolute.
They're gore. I'm not a GI Joe fan. And I'm like, I want these models just because they're so crisp and clean, and the art's all awesome and on point. So it's like that kind of like, but and also the cards are just really well designed. Like there's a lot of heart and emotion I think put into these cards, and they work with Classicscape. I think some of them are undercosted. I think like the squads specifically are a little like I'm not excited about having 4-man range squads back in the meta, but. That's the only part I really don't like.
I think Cobra Troopers are a little bit better, but you would need a ton of green.
They're so good.
You would need a ton of green shirts to make any difference on the battlefield, which is the purpose probably. But then you're going back into Squadscape a little bit, when it comes to these.
But the heroes are really fun designs. They have very unique abilities, and they're just kind of fun units like that fill different niches that Classic Heroscape hasn't dared explore yet. So I'm a fan.
Right. Nick, what do you think? Pros and cons. Your pros and cons.
Well, part of what you guys were saying, contemporary has been mostly like melee strong so far. Obviously, we got the Great Bow Archers out now, and they're pretty decent. But this is the first couple of armies that you could make could be like full ranged and do some
soldier
decent
armies.
work at least.
You get some soldier armies now,
Yeah. The good team there, the G.I. Joe squad, they only get movement bonding, but they do get 2 attack at least, so if you can grab some height, a bunch of attacks, a 3 is pretty nice. And the others, obviously, they bond, but they only get 1 attack too, so I'm not sure if it'll be broken. Maybe it could be a little broken. I know a lot of people think they're going to be really good, and they could be. It just depends. I'm not really sure, but overall, like the battle box being cheaper than most of the rest of the things, I think is a good thing, especially with that new terrain and it glows. That's all cool.
Sure.
The fact that we get new ninja heroes, including that
that helps
2-person squad. That helps the ninjas big time because now you can move like 3 ninjas in a turn. And that helps all the old ninjas out because they needed it. And the Baroness can bond with agents, so Skahen and Carr both get some kind of a bonus there. And Skahen didn't really need necessarily the bonus too much, but Carr kind of did. And the new Carr's, I think, still an agent, so he gets that perk as well. And then Duke helps all the soldiers out. And Duke himself is a hard-hitting, long-range hero, so I think that's all cool because all those soldiers, as far as the unique heroes were suffering, like you got Romans and Greeks and stuff, like they all did fine, but like the modern soldiers and those others, the agents and ninjas, all kind of needed the boost. And yeah, the paint jobs are all cool, well, at least in what we see so far. And and that new squad, that was definitely a cool thing because people tend to like to pick off things one at a time and try to take over one area of the map at a time. But with those 2 guys, I mean, that makes it a little harder because they share lives. So that's pretty neat. And I'm not like a huge G.I. Joe person. Like I never really knew a lot about the lore. I might have watched one of the movies a couple times or something, but everybody knows Snake Eyes. He's pretty sweet.
Yep,
but
that's a name you pretty much kind of know if you don't.
And I'm gonna have to ask chat for this and see if anyone in the community knows. What does this zip line do?
Okay, so I can help you out.
Just reading the zip
We were
line
talking about the glyph
It's
card?
crazy. So essentially, it takes you 2 turns to set up, but you put one glyph line glyph down, and then you can pretty much move up to 6 spaces to another glyph zip line. So
It reminds me of your
just
stuff, Joe. It reminded me of your stuff
Yeah.
from Heroscape Adventures.
So you can pretty much create a zip line to someone's start zone. So if you have like Gallery and a zip line, they can all just like slide down it. But also your enemy can also use that to move up faster. But it just makes fast movement, really, really good.
Yeah, some of these units.
You could just set it up on your side too, just to try to keep it away from the enemy.
Development. Oh my god.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Probably her best thing that she's got is her zip line.
Yeah, that's really all she's got.
Yeah.
But Knights now can just get out of the start zone 6 spaces ahead.
Can you imagine?
I think it's crazy how far it can move, actually. I think it's a little, but I wish it was more like 4 spaces, but 6 spaces is
But like, I feel like that's what this game needs. It needs like, because
melee needs boosts.
Yeah.
You said this earlier, Josiah, that like everything we had to go through this learning curve with AOA, and even with like all the Avalon Hill designs, right? Like things felt like they weren't like too powerful. They were like really, really balanced. And like we needed something with like an extra boost of like threatening.
This is a boost. This is an extra boost for sure.
You know, like that's just such a like because I noticed this with even with the video game that I play, Rainbow Six Siege, where like they're making the game so balanced where nothing really feels fun to play because everything's like too fair and fun. But like not fun enough where it's like, oh my god, this new character coming out, I can't wait to play him because I'm gonna get so many kills. But like this is like, what? Like, what do you mean? I can like, she's got to move a 6. You rush her in. You put one at the start zone. You rush in. You put another one down. I mean, even if it's the next round or whatever, next turn. But like just to be able to do that and be like, what? And then like everyone's like, all right, zipline in.
But you're also sacrificing 2 moves early game, which is really the most important part of development. So it's a big like I don't think these are broken by any means.
Yeah.
No, not at all.
I do think we're slowly moving away from. I think Age of Annihilation was very finely balanced, for better, for worse. Like all the units, everything felt crazy strong, nothing felt crazy bad. I think we're gonna get highs and lows now, which is a little bit more interesting, I think.
Sure.
Yeah.
You also have to pay for basically a squad worth of points to get her in your army.
Yeah.
But like he was saying, like at Gen Con this year, somebody I faced had the Bug Queen and her bugs and Q11 coming up at the same time, while I just sent the Bug Queen and her bugs up all at once. But that gave me height, and basically my little bugs distracted Q11, and the Queen just was attacking down on the other Queen and his Q11, and I didn't even have to send up my bears or my exiles because I had the height and I wiped out his whole army. So if you're taking too much time to try to get up and take the height, sometimes that can really hurt. But when you're using the zip line, that helps the speed for later too, so maybe it kind of balances out. But I don't think it's like overpowered like Josiah was saying.
Yeah.
No.
Well, and I think overall, I think G.I. Joe is providing the community with, like Premium Escape saying in the chat, the level of direct and indirect synergies that all of us really love, because that's one of the things we love about the game. But to close with that, I just want to show there's one thing, and for those of you listening on Spotify, you're not going to be able to see this, but just go to Renegade. Via my affiliate link, if you're watching this on Spotify, because I leave that there too, and look at the green shirts. I think this is the best hand drawn pose that I've seen so far from Heroscape. I don't know why. For me, it's my favorite one. I just seem to like it so much because they're almost like fourth wall breaking, and just a battle ready pose. I love it, but. Yeah.
No, their art is fantastic.
Yeah,
and all I keep thinking about is like now we need Star Trek characters because I want green shirts and red shirts.
Oh my goodness. Are the red shirts gonna will the red shirts have to die to make things like to benefit the whole army, just to have that type of trope, in it? That would be fun.
Essentially, it's whenever a hero would die, just a red shirt would die instead next to him. Just think of that.
Oh yeah. Oh my god. Isn't that just what like the Zedian infantry like.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it has to be like very specific rulings. It's not
Mhm.
like it's like that's special attacks or like a special attack that isn't an attack or something.
Yeah, it's,
Kind of like
it's
Sonlin's dragon like swing, dragon.
pretty much just auto wound abilities is what they stop.
Yeah.
Just anytime a Star Trek hero gets any chance of getting hurt, they just die.
Yeah, he just jumps at like in front, gets zapped.
All right. Well, let's
Mhm.
take a look at G.I. Joe.
Set gun for stun.
Let's look at Gathering Storm before we bring the night away. Did you want to say something, Nick, before we move on?
Well, since we were talking about like swingy things, I've been thinking it'd be cool to get like a common vampire squad that maybe doesn't do a lot of damage but has multi-life and can heal like every squad figure. And I've also been thinking like old historical like Persian armies had people who would throw like fiery glass objects like Molotov type stuff. You could have squads that all have a little mini explosive attack.
Sold.
And as long as it doesn't do too much damage, I think that'd be pretty sweet.
I'm sold.
But
I mean, a character with a Molotov cocktail would be great.
yeah.
Or
Just like a
holy
two-man
hand
squad of
grenade.
just like shock.
I want a character. Yes, I'd like to have a Monty Python expanded universe to Heroscape. Absolutely. Bring out the holy hand grenade, and you have to go through this ritual rite of talking about the holy hand grenade before using it. And I want a rabbit. I want a white rabbit that murders everything on the field.
300 points.
Make it happen. Make it happen. That'd be
With the machine gun.
final boss battle. Yeah, with the penguin with the machine gun. Exactly. All right.
Oh my god, yeah, where is that, by the way, guys? Come on.
We need it.
Yeah.
Can we get hashtag
He has
penguin
to
with a
come out
machine
now.
gun?
Penguin with machine gun.
I
better have a good
completely
name.
forgot about
I
that.
want to actually
They
simple
drew
name
him,
that like
so they-
Bob.
Yeah.
Bob the penguin with the machine gun. That would be. Anyway, okay. Let's Gathering Storm. So we were talking about this a little bit on
two
backstage.
common squads and a pack of trees.
Yeah,
that's
it's not
what
much.
Gathering Storm is.
But then you get Savaris. You get Savaris. I love
You get
Savaris. so much.
Savaris, yeah.
Savaris.
He's the storm.
Yeah, so that's Savaris is my favorite out of everything. That I love it. I love Savaris's lore. But I think chain gruts are really cool. I mean, these both these common squad common hero packs. I think are really nice. Overall, pretty good, pretty balanced. I think most people are probably leaning towards Gruts, but Elites of Elar and Vipers tend to be pretty good as well. Let's see here. Who could I? I'm gonna Nick. Go ahead. What are your thoughts on this?
So
Initial.
yeah, I mean, people have been talking about like the gruts are kind of maybe a step down from the heavy gruts, but I think they just work a little differently.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, they can't max out quite as high, but other than that, they're about the same as the heavies. But they can bond with the old orcs, and now they can bond with those furry guys that all have the range, and some of them fly, and the other guy can stomp on people at the same time. So they got some other cool heroes, and it's always good to have a ranged character that can shoot, because then they last longer usually. But they got a lot of options there, and then some of those heroes can't disengage, but instead of these guys disengaging, they can get engaged and allow their heroes to disengage. So I think that's a really good option to help keep the heroes alive and shooting the enemies from height. So yeah, the orc one being a bonding squad with 5 activations, that's obviously good. But like you said, again, I kind of called out. I was saying we needed Vipers with range, so it always kind of excites me that that's happening. But
Viper's lore is pretty
for
fun,
so
too.
cheap, yeah, for so cheap with that wicked high speed and range, you're gonna be hitting your enemy first, like every time, no matter who you're facing, really. And then if they do get up close, they get even more dangerous. So for that cheap, I think you could easily use them as like a third of your army in really any army. And then the Kyrie are always cool. It's Ular. It's another woman warrior like the Ashra, all women. There's a little theme there, but they got 2 life, so it's the first 2 life Kyrie. So that's kind of the difference with them, and they kind of power up their heroes where their heroes can then heal them and keep them from taking damage. and they also power up their heroes attack. So it's just a different version, and I think that'll do good against melee armies, but maybe not quite as much against ranged. But because of their survivability, maybe they do decent against range. I haven't really gotten to use them, so we'll see. I guess
There's so much.
that's kind of what I think there.
Yeah. Well, and the lore now the lore for the Vipers is the only lore that Jeremy worked on, which is kind of interesting because he says few tales from the battle of all time. That's how he started. And I asked him directly, like last Wednesday, did you put tales there on purpose or was that just an afterthought? He claims it's just an afterthought, so I'll take it. I'll take his word for it. But it's a really cool bit of lore. He puts in a lot of stuff and like past Heroscape lore into this, so you can always tell when it's Jeremy. That's
hence the guns in their hand too. They got the Morrow guns.
Yeah, for the Morrow guns. Yeah, because both the Vipers and the Morrow are on the same planet. They're fighting that battle there together and then brought to Valhalla.
And we now know where the Morrow got the DNA for Wosaga. So
yep, it's a brilliant bit of writing there.
Now we just need more Wilshu.
Yeah.
We need to know more Wilshu units.
Wolsenu, yeah.
Oh, Wolsenu. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Gorilla Naders are from there too. I like the gorillas. I hope we get more of them, but
we got a pirate.
But Vipers are cool, so
we got a pirate.
I like to see some more primate variants. Like a orangutan and like a capuchin would be kind of fun. A lemur.
Planet of the Apes expansion. Yes.
So Josiah, what are your overall thoughts for Gathering Storm?
Overall, visually, I love this wave. People are hating on the orcs. Like, we want history to progress in like a manner that's like makes sense to us. But the corner of like futuristic cyberpunk orcs is already oversaturated, and I think having like mid 19th century kind of industrialist orcs is such a fun take on it. If you look at the old like Blade Grunt models, they all have a bit of personality, sticking out tongues, and they're kind of a goofy race. They just have, like cooler implements. So they kind of take that and then turn it up the notch and really create their own niche. I think the Pachycephalosaurus mount is really cool. Mm-hmm. I'm glad that they upgraded the orcs into a futuristic setting, but still kept the classic dinosaurs.
Still kept the orcs,
the Ramosaurus
classic attitude too. If you're reading the lore, they're still primeval in a lot of ways.
Yeah, they took that vibe and changed it, but really they just like Nick was saying, was just like they play differently. I still think heavies are slightly more consistent than these guys, but these guys, at least in contemporary, are very consistent. They deliver a whole lot. And I love them a whole lot. Just having heroes disengaged, like people are underestimating how potent Kane or those forward champions are going to be. The elites, I really don't know what to do with. They're weirdly costed. I wish they had one more attack to make them, because for 3 attacks to 3 at 105 points, even with all they can do with their heroes, it's just kind of awkward. I'd rather just field really 2 squads of a 50-point something in their stead. I don't know. I have to test them out. I feel like they might be good, but I feel like it's just, if they were like 80-point squad, I would use them all the time. But 105 is just a weird point to put into an army.
They're meant to go with like the other Kiri heroes from Age of Annihilation. Like a lot. There's indirect synergies involved with it.
It's there, but then you have to have them wounded to bring those people forward to create the effects. Then you have to put the order marker on the hero because they don't have direct bonding.
It's a lot. You gotta know what you're doing.
And if you don't, it's 105 points, a squad. So you're losing for each.
And minions are usually the chosen Kyrie, and they even suffer from range. So these guys are going to be taking even more hits. They can probably survive a little longer, but they're still going to be taking a lot of hits, especially if they're using the heroes before they can get to ranged people, at least. Melee, maybe not so much. But.
To the Sentinel trap, where you think Sentinels are really strong because they can't die, but Sentinels just don't do enough damage to justify how long they stay around. Like, I think they'll stay on the board, but they won't do anything when they're there.
Yeah, I think maybe against like in a Senek army or something where there's not very many, maybe like a wizard army where there's not many figures, If you can get their heroes in like Mielke to do more damage because they're
I think
close to
there's something
them,
there.
maybe they do
But
okay into that, but they're
if you
not
compare-
like a S tier.
Yeah, it
for
seems
no,
sure.
like
if you
they're
compare
probably
these
the least
guys to the
strongest one.
Revenants, you
Least
know, like
strongest
who
ones
could
out of all of them.
attack for the same damage, it's just like if they had 4 attack or like high move, but right now that they're a melee squad with 4 movement, like it's not
Yeah.
ideal. You have to bring Atlaga around, and you know he works
Mhm.
with them, but that's a lot of points to invest in 1 extra movement just to make you it's just kind of a weird design space, but maybe they're good. I haven't tested them. And then my Vipers, my beloved Vipers, I'm so happy they returned. They're just a great little splash army. They got cool designs. Pin one up like an Arbok from Pokemon. Uh, and you can kind of field like a whole army of these guys, or you can just splash them in. If you have like 60 points, even like 1 or 2 squads can serve a role in an army, which is nice.
And
think-
Joe, what do you think? More
Oh.
Pigment's asking Stingers or Vipers. I know what probably Joe's gonna say.
I mean, look, out of all of the Morrow, even though I just finished painting some stingers, and I'm looking forward to playing them, I still don't love the stingers because using their power is too high of a risk. And it's like, why would I use this unit if I can't use their power? I know. I've talked to Dysel about it, and she's just like, well, you use it when you're in dire situations, or maybe if you're, got a good lead. Anyway, that's a whole different conversation.
Which we'll have probably sometime.
The Renegade Vipers are such a they are fitting the exact like theme of that the original Vipers had, and I love that so much for the community. I've never had the chance to ever play a full Viper army. I would love to try it one day. I would love to get a bunch of Vipers and try it. Because I do love melee armies. The Renegade Vipers sound absolutely terrifying. I do not want to go up against that. But they don't have Frenzy. So that's where I don't feel as bad. And same with the Gruts, the newest Gruts that we're getting, the Chain Gruts?
Chain Gruts, yeah.
Yeah.
They don't have Disengage. I'm so happy to see Gruts without Disengage, because that was the other faction I would play against all the time and go, oh, right, you can just walk past me. Like, I keep forgetting that they're just, like, elusive like that, and it's like, here's Gruts, and, like, that's their main, like, gimmick, was Disengage, at least for what I remember. But they have Strong Arm, which I think is way more interesting of a power. So seeing that is fantastic. And then my favorite power out of all of this wave is Headbutt. I think Headbutt
It is interesting.
the most fun power to see. So for those that may, and especially for our listeners, after the Ramasaur Rider makes a normal attack, if there was an equal number of shields in the defense roll as skulls in the attack roll, Ramasaur Rider and the defender must each take a wound. I love that. That's so much fun.
It feels like the most classic Heroscape power, like out there. Oh my
god, it does.
Yeah.
It's
a
such
good counter
fun...
to like defensive things like Ashra and whatnot, who need 1 shield to block all damage. You could just hit them and roll. If they get their 1 shield, but you only got 1 skull, you still kill them, but you take a wound. So
right.
It's also fun because there's like nothing you can do to control it. It's just like it happens or it doesn't.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, how many times has that happened in your games and go, oh, like we just defended it, like what, like seeing the dice roll and like I almost want more powers like that where it's not like Counter-Strike, where Counter-Strike is like, oh wait, like if I don't roll a right number here, I'm dead. Like another power that to me is can be very overpowered, but like it's all based on the dice. Like it's like you don't want to engage a samurai, but like it's all based on your dice rolls, and what you get could be the more of the outcome. Where like what an interesting dilemma of like, oh, we have both the same attack and defense values. Oh, nothing happens. But this time it does. Something happens here.
Also
I
gives you a
love
chance
that.
if you whiff to do something too. So if you roll 0 skulls and they roll 0 shields, they get a wound too.
James
Yep.
Bush saying the distinguished gentleman orcs. Actually,
That's
and
a good question. Wait a minute.
we'll
True.
to close on this because we want to move on to the next one. But I want to say like there was a joke that came up when we were looking at these in depth last week. How like the uniforms of the Gruts kind of looks like from like a marching band like type uniforms. And so my thought is like an expanded lore. Maybe they went to like a high school or something in another world and debated whether or not just to grab the uniforms to wear and just leave, you know, the stranded like high schoolers or college age people just without uniforms, or to kill the people and then take the uniforms, you know, and they're just debating this whether or not. And either way, the uniforms have been grabbed and then they're on
Oh,
with these.
and that's why that one dude is going, "What? Like, huh?" Because he can't hear because they're playing those instruments all the time and it's blaring in his ears.
Anyway, that's
Yeah.
a fun little bit of fan lore that we were cooking up last week. But yeah, so that's taking a look at Gathering Storm. A lot of fun to be had. All right, now this is one that I haven't really looked in depth yet. We'll probably do that this Wednesday. But Thormun's Thunder.
I really like this one.
This is
there's a lot here.
something. This is something. Like I said, I don't know too much about these quite yet. Although I gotta get my bugs. Like it doesn't matter what they are, how they are. I'm gonna get my bugs. But my son likes the look of the Kraken. Thormun. I knew Thormun's character arc a long time ago, and this is something I had to sign an NDA for way back when. But I knew Thormun. I knew his character arc. I knew he was going to end up being the one behind the pirates' intentions and movements. But I did not know that they were going to actually make a Valkyrie mini and card from him and have this be like a big boss battle scenario with him, which I think is really cool. And I still got to get the like there's like the Hallen writing on the mini. Not in, it's funny, it's not in the artwork, I don't think.
No, it's not.
It is. It's hard to see.
Yeah.
But,
It is. Oh yeah, I can see it engraved in the wings there. But definitely in the mini. And
that's really cool. Yeah.
It's nice. I know some people are like saying it's like, well, you know, I don't know if we use this card competitively, but it's just a fun.
He is a competitive menace. We will see him.
Boss card.
He's gonna be used, especially in certain tournaments, like certain themes and whatnot.
Sure.
Yeah.
He's a lot of points, but he's a lot of reward. Like pretty much, you can bond with any hero in the game. Create some really interesting. You're gonna have to be a little bit more. You have to come in with a plan. Like if I'm in a tournament and I see a guy running Thormun, I know that I should be scared because I know they know what they're doing. Like it's going to be like
true. Well, defensive 3,
well, that's one thing. Oh,
he's got 8 life, but defensive 3 kind of. I mean, as long as you can start pounding away at him.
Well, he flies, so 4 defense.
Yeah,
most of the time.
Yeah, this is true.
And he could just bond with Raylan. He just bring Raylan over if he was.
Oh my goodness, that would.
Or you could have Kelda to heal. You can pick Q11, who's already good on his own, and then have Thormun attacking once or twice with Q11 also attacking. He has a lot of good options.
And that's not even exploring the Kraken synergies that he has.
And interesting on this card too, he's unaffiliated, and it shows like Thormun's crest here, but it's just unaffiliated. So are we going to eventually get a Thormun faction, or does this just mean this is it? This is the only Thormun quest we're going to get?
I think this is the Thormun faction that is not named Thormun. I think they tried to kind of circumnavigate the fact that you can have a named general in the game by not having him be a named general. That's how they kind of slipped him in. Because really it's more of a loose band of people all with the same common goal, which is to end the war. That's why he's allied. That's why he's a pirate in this scenario.
Yeah. Well, yeah, by doing lots of guerrilla war like things. Just saying, you know, story wise, you know.
Yeah.
I think the best thing about that pack, though, for most people, especially people that don't play super competitively all the time, you can buy this pack and have like a third of your army, or if you use the Kraken and him, 2/3 of your army with one pack, and not spend tons of money on a ton of stuff.
For sure.
I think that's cool.
And he works with everything, so you can slot him into any casual game. And he makes really any casual unit. You know, you want to play Sudema with him, or those kind of more bad units. You can just run them with him, and they can kind of take a turn and not have to waste order markers. He's an order marker hub. He's tanky. He has synergies with pirates that we haven't even talked about that, where you can bond with him separately with scions or pirates. Like, he can do just a bunch of stuff.
Yeah, there's a treasure trove of stuff here for sure. I mean, the bugs, you got how do you say it?
Nuckleve.
Yes, yeah.
He's Scottish, so
of course.
Nuckleve.
I like that
the
undead
demon
pack,
type
like
for sure.
I was saying earlier. I just like the undead sort of faction
And isn't
theme going on.
This is a callback, Josiah. Remember when you asked me, like, we did an interview like a year or so ago, and you asked me what type of new Heroscape things I would like to see in the future, and I said demon type Heroscape minis. Well, there we are. There it is.
Yeah, and one of the coolest things about them, I like it. I like the design more than most of any of the new stuff. Is just that it goes with the theme of it. Revna's bringing back the minions and the sentinels and the not the protectors, the Imperium.
Yeah.
All of them from the dead, so they look like them. Yeah, so it's cool.
Yeah, no, that's an interesting. I can't wait to really read into these this Wednesday. But yeah, Revenants of Revna. Now these aren't acolytes, so they still have a little bit of their former selves, but you can tell they're undead. They got the green glowy eyesy thingsies. So
now, do you think that anybody that may not have gotten the original Heroscape would maybe get a bunch of squads of the Revenants of Revna and be like, oh, you know what? Maybe I can use these as proxies for those original units.
Yeah, you can.
I don't know.
Or
what's
other
more
way
expensive,
around.
though.
You need a lot of them, though.
Yeah, you would.
Oh yeah,
If you wanted them to look alike. Yeah. Or you say, sorry, if you wanted to get.
Nick,
Sorry.
Nick first. Go ahead, Nick.
If sometimes when I proxy things, they don't look exactly like the thing either. So I guess if you got like 3 of this thing, then you could do like 3 of the Sentinel Army, or 3 of the Minion, or 3 of the any kind of Kyrie. I mean, you could do that. That'd work out.
I mean, definitely not the most cost-effective thing in the world, but like, I am just curious to be like, look, I don't like imagine coming into this game, fresh eyes, and not knowing I can go buy stuff on eBay or get things 3D printed, and just be like, oh well, I know that these characters exist, though I know that these are those characters. They may look a little different, but here, because it is weird to me, because like even with some of the other units they've come out with that look very different, I'm not remembering what the other squad I'm kind of referring to. For example, like the pirates that we had just gotten, that unique squad of pirates that all have like giant hammers.
Yeah.
One's the gorilla, one's the lizard, and the other one's like at least they all have the same type of weapon, so you can kind of tell that they're the same squad, or part of the same squad. Where these are like all so different, and yes, they kind of look undead. Especially with like the rips in their wings. Yeah, but like undead. Other than that, like
they did.
I don't know if I would know if I didn't see the card and I just saw these squads that they would be part of the same squad. Am I wrong for saying that?
Well, besides the fact they all got glowing eyes and a Revna crest.
That's the art,
on
though.
them.
I'm looking at the figures. The art is completely different than what
No,
the
they
figures
got,
look like.
They got Revna crests on their figures too. And they
Yeah, on
got-
their
they got
chest
glowing
and the
eyes.
shield and
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah,
But
yeah. So they
I
have
wish
Revna
they
crests.
the pre-painted went with a little bit more like desaturated tones for all of them to make them look a little bit more undead, or gave them like some glowy, like more darker stuff just to separate them. As a painter, I love the look of these. I love the callback, but also I'm not excited about having to have like 3 different palettes for a single squad.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
That's
too,
common.
yeah.
Like I have to have a whole minion set, a whole Einar set, and a whole Jandar set. So it's hard to. You have to almost like paint the individual units one on the line instead of all at once.
well,
Mhm.
if you do get 3 like I did, then you could just paint the 3 minions first and 3
Yeah.
sentinels. I mean, but
It's a
yeah,
lot
they're
of
not all
extra
going to be the
paint
same.
You have to get.
Oh, and I don't. Is there any other the Sentinel of Jandar? There's stuff on his base.
Yeah, he has a rock.
Why?
Oh yeah, that's kind of
Oh
annoying.
yeah.
Why
I
is
think,
that the only unit? Is
yeah,
there
it's
other
like-
units? I don't think there's another unit out there that has that. Why would?
Only
No.
other unit is a Wyvern, and that's a D&D figure. So yeah,
Well, what
doesn't count.
about Rackshot? Rackshot's kind of like
Oh,
roots
Rackshot does have things
will
on.
put
Yeah,
stuff in the
yeah,
ground. It's
yeah.
kind of elevated.
She is on a
little bit.
pile, yeah.
Yeah, so it's not. This isn't the first time.
But
this
nobody
type of thing's
uses
happened, but-
Rackshot.
Yeah.
I'm trying to make Rackshot work. Okay, I'm trying to use Wyverns and the spiders to have them bring like stuff to him
Why the rock?
to kill. But like, I know Rackshot's not easy to use to make it work.
Why the rock? Then
Maybe
So-
in a
Yeah,
free
but
for
it
all,
is-
that'd be
Yeah,
fun.
it's Renegade.
But
But it is interesting that like out of this entire squad, that only one has like something on their base. It is weird.
slightly. Slightly. Yep.
Interesting.
so.
Just noticed that.
So, and what else about there's definitely a lot more than Gathering Storm, but
Oh my god.
I think there's lots of multi uses, especially with like these Necrotech fellows. And
Oh my god.
this is another first for these. But wait, I'm going to bugs. Because
Okay,
you
let's do bugs.
Score die. Look at these score.
I
die.
almost feel like the Score Dyer one might be the best pack.
Yeah, it's pretty
Next to
good.
the Necrotechs, but yes.
You got yourself an score die infantry.
Well, I mean effectiveness.
Oh, effectiveness. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
At 45 points, score die infantry. It's like I said, still gotta read up at these guys, but
They're quite cheap, and they can bond with 2 of the common bugs, or you could bond with the Queen or Thoraxis. And those are really good uniques, and the commons actually have some really cool abilities, and they look awesome.
oh yeah, they're just
They really do. I don't understand why they're Einar though. Has anyone read the lore of why they're Einar?
the lore,
Not
yeah.
read that?
discipline. Okay.
I'll let Rogue. Yeah.
You haven't read the lore.
Yeah. So I mean, the bugs are always supposed to be Einar. If you think of a bug, they are a caste-based militarized society. Like ants are very militaristic. They're organized. They're colonistic. Very Einar. The queen we have, Maldrix, she's kind of like a rejected queen. Like no other bugs are actually injecting eggs into people and doing stuff. So she's kind of like the broken, she's like an outcast, just doing her own thing.
And she was
Maladrix,
smaller, it said.
Yeah, Maladrix is outcasted from the rest of Score Dire society. She's on her own, and was basically
a lot like
nearly
Revna.
left for dead. Yeah, exactly. That's why Revna got her. Yeah. So these are Score Dire from a different colony altogether.
Yep. And it does mention that in the lore that this other bug is doing that, which made me wonder,
Oh, wait a minute. There's a
are
rock
we
right
going to
here,
get
guys.
a new queen with Einar? That'd be cool.
This one's standing on a rock as well.
A bigger one.
This isn't the only.
Oh, he does have a rock.
Yep. So.
Huh.
So cool.
I hate it.
All painters unite in the hate of the rocks being on the bases.
I also, with the Kraken, I get why it has all the pieces of the ship, but at the same time, I'm like, why? Because if it's not on a map that has a ship anywhere, it's kind of weird to me.
Yeah, I feel
Emotional support ship.
Emotional support ship.
It's gotta hold on.
It uses the pieces of the ship to hit people, I guess.
Yeah.
I got all these
Anyway.
tentacles in just one eye. Yeah, no,
Yeah.
I am so if I was going to just get one set from this as far as pre-ordering goes, I would get the bugs. Hands down, get the bugs. Bugs for
And
me.
the only painted one,
Thormun Kraken
because they got that clear, just that one bug with the clear orange segment is really cool,
Yes.
and you can't paint clear. So,
Yeah.
the one that I did get painted was I got one of those painted because of that.
Yeah, look at that. Look at that. It's like an amber type. It's
Yeah.
an amber butt. Let's just put it that way.
They're
which is
all so well designed, and I'm not even just talking about the art of the figure. Like
Yeah.
even their card powers are
I
so
can't wait
well
to play
done.
these. I can't.
Especially the exploding one.
Yeah.
You got what the knights got, where if you try to get away from them, they can roll 2 dice. So if they start gathering around you, they're stuck. And then when you kill it, he blows up on everybody that gathered around. So they're like the perfect wall.
Oh
And then
my
the
God,
other one
that's
can
so
disengage
sweet.
if a big threat's coming and run right through at 7 speed and 4 attack and hit a big threat. So they're really cool, yeah.
And the fact that they're
Fantastic.
commons too. I mean, you can get like a regular, like a premium painted, and then just have fun with the other 3 boxes unpainted that you're gonna get. And even like
Yeah, make them different colors.
and even if you leave them unpainted, that's fine because unpainted stuff still looks okay.
Just
you know,
Spray paint them black, and they're just black bugs.
Boom,
They're
there you
set.
go. Yeah, exactly. It's I'm happy with that with them. And then they come with a little demon guy, which I don't know what it used quite yet, but I think there'll probably be other demon like units. I'm hoping the Citadel will bring out demon type units. That'd be fun.
I think the Nekla-V is really interesting. I love the Nekla-V just because he has pretty much a lot of like feedback synergy. Pretty much, he bonds with the Revenants. He can get a wound and then heal it by using his line breath attack, which also gets more attack from that bespoke wound. And so it's just kind of always circles back. And then you can bring the acolytes in for the extra defense or an extra attack if you need it. And yeah, he's a fun unit. I'm definitely gonna paint one to look like Amaro, just because I think the paint would work like that
For sure.
Oh, the demon?
Yeah.
The Knuckle-V?
Yeah.
I think it's a really cool necromancy. You always think of that, like, I'll just bring up Wizard 101 again. Way back when I played that, you would do damage and you'd heal. And these guys can damage themselves, kind of sacrifice a little bit of their life. Do all of them, squad and hero, do more damage, and then the hero can just heal it back. And the other hero options they have can do the same thing. Miserix can heal, and then if she dies, she can go and kill Krax with her spirit, and kill Krax can wound herself and then heal it back. So
Ravna is all about sacrifice.
it's just a cool, it's a cool type of ability there.
I like that they made 2 of the worst units in the game somewhat viable, like interesting to use at least. Like Kilcrex and Miserex currently, there's really no reason to field them. Like it's just kind of a waste of an order marker if you field either of them. Now it's kind of like, oh, there's some fun builds here. Like you bond with them, and then you're hit with like 5 attack from Kilcrex if you have her spirit on and stuff like that, and heal. And so there's some stuff there.
What about these? So we're getting more Isonex, and what's so cool is that you can actually make some movement out of the arms because you can like unattach and reattach arms.
Oh, animator! As an animator, that's probably pretty exciting.
Exactly, that's going to be fun.
That gives you so many options too, because all 3 have different stuff in their arm that doesn't detach too, like the mace and the blade and stuff. So you got so many different combinations that you could make them.
So you
you want to.
You can make either common squads or common heroes all in the same box and just build what you want to build with them because you got some. Actually, let me just go to the box. Here, let me.
Yeah, Renegade said we're going to make the most cost-effective box of all time.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
It's cool because it's brand new. Like no one ever did that in this game before, so
No.
that's
it's
cool. Another new
It's
thing.
truly ingenious because we've had essentially had to put the wings on like Braxis or on Subakna,
Well,
right? Like we've had that kind of stuff before.
Pre-painted
Not to
scenes
say
on
that you take the wings off and they don't have
Yeah.
flying anymore, but like,
I
but like
just wanna go to the box.
even just having that type of like ability to be like, okay, well, we do have to put some things together because that's how we fit it in the box properly. But like to be like, wait, what if we took that concept and made it an actual thing? Like that is like wild to me.
Yeah.
I love that.
We take
and it
take
makes them
commons
so
or
well
common heroes.
rounded because then you
Yeah.
choose which one to turn into,
Yep. 'Cause
what common hero they
right,
want to turn
you get-
into.
You can actually just, I mean, potentially have just 2 commons there in one box, or use the interchangeable arms to have just like the common squad, and then your choice of common heroes. So there's a lot of options to build what you want to build just from one box, which is fun.
Yeah,
Which is fun with these
2
ideas.
boxes of these gives you 4 squads, so you could get like 3 squads of 3 and
Mhm.
3 common heroes out of that,
Yep, absolutely.
which you could play with that. That's cool.
No, it's something that we really haven't seen before with Heroscape. And no, I'm not buying it.
I like when
Oh, no.
when Heroscape
Renegade's
dips
cool.
into the toy aspect of the game. You know, and
Mhm.
the Fortress of the Archery isn't used much, but it's like a big toy. It's a big Lego set, and I hope the models themselves have some more usage, like
Mhm.
modularity or impact on the game. You know, like imagine a model that's like a big cage soul board that you could put like a model inside if it captures someone or something like that, and it can
Yeah.
move it. Like stuff like that would be really fun to have.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've always thought too it'd be really interesting to like, you know how you can't physically see through like another body. Like sometimes you kind of try to like even with oh my god, Zenithrax. You know, like the how her wings are embodied. Like you can kind of block the line of sight of things. But like imagine if there was such a character that it was specifically designed that so you can cover 2 small units behind it. You know, like and it had its like, you know, let's say like a almost like a mini wall where it's like it has only like 3 movement and it moves up each turn and then you can move its squads behind it and it's
Got
literally
really good
designed
defense.
to do that. Yeah, like literally like a movable wall. You know, like that to me
That'd be
is
cool.
also such an interesting concept where it's like, okay, well now the 4th mass, I can't just sit here. Like I have to move around and attack it from its sides.
Yeah, there,
And it
there's
bonds.
a lot more.
It bonds.
lot
Yeah,
more
that's
choices there. It's, and I think hopefully I think this is like what Renegade is thinking, like that people are just going to choose things that they love, and then things that they don't, that don't interest them, then they'll just let be. So it'll be interesting to see what's the biggest buyer, just maybe sometimes based off just visuals alone. And like I think majority of people are just going to be like, oh, that looks cool, and then get it and ignore everything else. They're not playing competitively, it's just for the fun of it. So I think that's what they're kind of banking on when it comes to the larger population of people buying these. But we'll see.
It's just so surprising to me that like for how fast they've been able to come out with these new designs and concepts from their that wasn't part of the original Vanguard box. And just like it's all been so groundbreaking, and like we don't really know what was in the full notes that Avalon Hill. I know for a while they didn't have any of that information, and I eventually they did get that information. So I don't know how much because that Avalon Hill that logo is still on the box, and I don't know how much longer that logo will be on the box. Will it always be on the box?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Don't know.
But
I just realized that.
it's interesting to me of how groundbreaking and how unique all of these designs have been. And it's truly like for how massive we talk about what an overload all this is, but we have so much to say about all of it, and none of it is like it's okay. It's like wow. Like, except maybe for the elites. We've been like kind of like on the elites. But like everything else has been like, this is really awesome. This is really fascinating. I'm glad that they're bringing trees. Like, no one said that, but like, I'm saying that.
I said it. Oh,
you said that?
I did say
Okay.
there's trees. We have
I'm
trees
happy
there.
that there's trees. I think I might just get the trees just to get Severus.
Oh, this is true. This is true.
But like everything's been like so.
Oh, we didn't even
like,
talk about them.
Like so crazy cool, and just to like put the icing on top. And I know we kind of slid by Severus somehow. We didn't even read his power.
I can look at it real quick. I'm happy to go back to him.
Yeah, all the promos we kind of skipped.
Yeah, we didn't even look at the G.I.
Oops.
Joe promo, which I don't even know what his name is.
I forgot his name, but he's Serpentor.
Okay.
It's okay. Sylvaris is the most important one here. I'm just bringing him up.
No, he is. I was gonna say Agent Carr, but that's a different story. That's different. I don't want to.
He's cool, but
Severus having an absolute massive triple attack is insane.
I think even if you attack one time at a range of 9, normally you're gonna do as much damage as 2 attacks that the old one has at a range of 9. The only perk you get is maybe the old one gets that first kill and can attack again. But then when you get close, now all of a sudden you're doing big damage.
You can help yourself if an enemy gets closer to you.
Like throw him on a height,
a
like
little bit more of attack. So.
Even at a range of 6, 2 attacks of 5 is insane.
Yeah, and he said,
"What are we doing?"
Normally, so if you put a Fen Spirit on him, it's just exponential. It keeps on increasing.
I love it.
It's insane.
I love it. I can't wait to build some type of character arc, which I'm doing. I'm creating a tiny series that will feature Sylvaris and another character,
or put Elgrim on
between
too.
season 3 and 4.
Yeah.
So it's going to be fun. Building this character, which is kind of similar to what's mainline Heroscape lore anyway, minus the shrilly voice that I use for Sylvaris. I don't think that's what they use from it. But hey, it's my brand, so I'll do what I want with the voice. But yeah, I definitely.
Oh,
I don't get anything else I'm gonna get.
You know how the art has that cool blue string?
Mm-hmm.
I was kind of thinking of taking some kind of fishing line that's blue and like gluing it there or something
to his miniature. Yeah, because they don't have it there.
Yeah.
It's like, or maybe
it's
some
kind of like tree arm now too.
Yeah,
that's part of the lore.
Yeah,
yep.
Yeah, he got chopped off. I wish it came into his powers.
He
challenged
Halusha.
someone. He bit off more than he could chew with a certain enemy. And then, but that enemy respected him enough.
It wasn't his enemy though.
Yeah, they're on the same side.
He was training with Halusha, and Halusha was teaching him a lesson to not always fight alone, because Halusha and everybody else tend to have like partners. Like they get the little beasts of bond with Halusha. So he's like, you can't fight on your own all the time, blah blah blah. And
then here's
the beast came over and healed him. Channa healed him then, and they like drew something in the dirt. And Halusha grew a wooden arm and gave him that, and then that's how he came up with this power volley onto himself.
Yeah, which is
he didn't actually take the lesson that Halusha was trying to give him about not fighting alone, but he learned a new ability, I guess.
Just a stronger arm to where he could do more, with it.
Yeah, that's probably why his attack's a little higher.
Yep, that's it.
He says, "I'm not gonna fight alone. I'm just gonna fight by myself more."
Yeah. Sorry, Halusha. I'm better than you.
Sylvaris 3.0 will just be entirely made of wood. Like Halusha's like, learn your lesson.
No,
I didn't realize how young Sylvaris is. You see his face in the artwork. He's and it says on the lore a little bit too. He's very, very young.
Got baby face.
Yeah, he's got a baby face.
Well, elves in some lore tend to live longer too.
But I think even for an elf, I think he's relatively young warrior. So which is fine. It plays into his character arc quite well.
Yeah, that's probably why he used to be what was it? Not arrogant, but was he arrogant? No,
I think
he was. He's arrogant in the lore, but precise on this card.
Yeah.
Yeah, but what was his old card? That was arrogant. Was that arrogant?
Precise.
Oh, yeah, it still was precise. Okay, well, oh well.
Anyway, Agent Carr.
Never mind then.
Agent Carr. So I know a lot of people like kind of poo Agent Carr, like he's not really any different, but at the very least, he's not. He's a large 6 now. That's important because then he can't get chomped, right? I think that's
Right.
That's important.
Yeah.
So there is a little bit more of a
good.
benefit, just a little bit more. Of a
Yeah,
benefit
and I had to look up the difference.
More speed,
So, yeah,
survivability.
the
Yeah.
crippling glance opposed to the crippling gaze, because it was 5 spaces and now it's only 3. So people already hated crippling gaze, and now this is not even that. I thought it would just be like, just combine the 2 characters. Just take the same power. Not that it was great, but like take the same power and put it on another. Like just take 2 units that were like kind of mid, put them together, and be like,
Well,
now we have an awesome unit.
That's what they
Maybe
did.
they
and
didn't
now
want to
he's
make him.
just mid.
Maybe since he's coming. Maybe since he's coming out with Thormun, they didn't want to make him too good. Maybe I don't know.
I don't know.
And Baroness can help him. But for that many points, he's definitely not crazy good.
I think
I like how
this
this is
is
just a
the misstep.
rousing chorus of I don't know about Agent Carr. That's hilarious.
He's just, I don't know. I'd rather have
I-
Dund and Carr separately than just them together.
Yeah, I actually had a second version that I made of him a long time ago, but he had like metal wings, so he was kind of like a Kyrie in that way, and he had a jetpack type thing attached.
Mhm.
So he'd still fly around and he'd shoot 2 times and whatnot. I
This is
kind of
how
like that idea more than this.
I would pitch Agent Carr 2.0. You have your reckoning attack that is pretty much a special attack now that if you wound a figure, you roll a d20. If you roll a 15 or higher, that card loses an order marker. That way he's an aggressive frontliner. You still have that order marker removal.
Yeah.
But because Dunn's having to do it before moving was always so awkward. That was like the worst part of his card.
Yeah.
And lower the threshold. Make it like a 13 if you're paying 130 points or something. Like that's more than
Especially if
Krug.
you're gonna lower the range. Like what?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I don't know.
but
Yeah.
Yeah, 3
I think
spaces isn't
what's-
very far.
what we should take away from this, regardless of the stats and the power or whatever, they just took 2 characters and combined them.
Yeah.
Like, what else
Combined.
what other characters can we see them doing this?
Throw
Like-
Nigaxa on top of Mimring.
Like,
I could see
sure,
it.
like we can do, 2 already super powerful characters, but like, I'd love to see like them do something where like they just did the I forgot what they called, like the rust buckets or something, the rust walkers.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
That was
what if
Scrap Guardians.
how they rebuilt Q10 into Q11? Like, let's make a new Death Walker out of these Rust Walkers, and like they combined a bunch of Death, because there's no such like like other than the Rust Walkers, but like that was such a mystery, like surprise that they even brought that up.
That would be so cool, actually, because Deathwalkers obviously die so easily. What if they went and then picked up pieces, and now you got 8,000's rapid fire, 9,000's explosive power,
Yeah, like
and then
let's make a
7,000
boss-
self-destruct.
Let's make a boss unit, for Deathwalkers. Like, if Thormun's gonna be boss units, like for like at the end of certain wave units, they should just come out with like a boss pack.
Why not?
Where it's like, may not really be competitive at all, but like you can still technically bring it. But like as a scenario, like this is a boss unit. Like you have to go fight this.
That's, I think Thormun and the Kraken have special boss cards, like in addition to their playstyle cards.
Oh,
they have
really?
There's a
specific boss
scenario
cards.
with that box. I think there's an added scenario in that box to use Thormun because it completes the story of the pirate story arc, basically, and the poisoning of the well springs and all that. So yeah, I can't wait for that until that scenario is like officially like released online so you can read it.
But yeah, just for like for the community, our chat, and like everyone that comments, please tell us what combos from classic units. Please make them unique characters. What combos would you like to see Renegade do? This is such an interesting design space, I feel. And obviously, like, you have to kind of like have Agent Carr. It's not like Dundon Agent Carr like as like a combo pack, but like what other units out there could we do? Like I mean, what we're talking about oh my god, they talk about Negok Sa writing another unit, but like imagine having maybe a new unit, I know this is not what I was saying, but like having something ride a Martin Hound would be interesting. Like have a unique character that has the Martin power, but have another unit that's on top that is that. Like maybe not the War Witch because she has toxic skin as well, but there's also 4 spiky legs. But like have something like that.
Well,
or like the Viking last sibling of Finn, Thorgrim, and Elgrim, and he has all of their abilities, all of their
oh my god, yeah.
Thorgrim's shield, Finn's sword, and whatever from Elgrim's boots or something.
Yeah, oh my god, like bring the spirits back. Like bring back that idea of the spirit powers. I love the spirit powers. Mm-hmm. The wolves are like one of my favorite from the VCs.
Ossimet 2.0 would be really fun. Riding a
he needs something better version of him.
Riding a werewolf.
We need a better version of Chemoshi too. I have a strong feeling they're going to do a Chemoshi 2.0 sometime, and I do
too.
I hope they make her...
That's one of the most I want.
Yeah, they make her good. Just make her...
And make her a witch, not a war witch, so she can bind.
Yes, please do that.
Well,
just a warlord, even, whatever.
Yeah. That just please don't make her useless. If you're gonna really, please don't make her useless.
She's such a cool looking figure. It'd be cooler to see her actually be used.
Yeah, or even just have remake her as a promo or something, but also have a Morrow squad. And I've always wanted flying Morrow, just bat-like creatures,
or modified Kyrie Morrow would be really cool.
Yeah, trying
do we really need
build
more
themselves
Kyrie,
in the Kiri image? And James Bush.
James Bush. Some teams don't have Kiri yet. Bush, I mean, Utgar does.
Yeah. James Bush is saying in the chat, wish they would have done the boss style figure for Utgar first scenario before he died.
Yeah.
Supposedly dead. There's no confirmation that Utgar is dead.
Yeah, the latest scenario, he's pretty dead. He's pretty dead in the latest scenario. But we have a general that brings people back from the dead.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
As a rising force.
Utgar comes back, okay, but with Deathwalker armor.
But
he's a robot and also still Kyrie.
Okay. Hold on. Let me complete what James Bush is saying. Maybe keep it exclusive to an event just so it isn't playable in tournaments, but something fun for side. Yeah, I think that would be cool. I'd like to see boss battles with Valkyrie generals. That would be kind of cool. And I was even saying that when I read the scenario where Utgar, quote unquote, I don't think he's dead, but dies.
He's dead. But he's coming back.
Anything I read in scenarios, I haven't seen that. But anyway, I was theorizing Utgar mini and Utgar unit. So yeah, I'm in level with you there, James Bush. Okay, go ahead, Nick. Go ahead.
Well, they also mentioned in the lore that we would see some Valkyrie starting to fall, being defeated and whatnot. And obviously we've seen that with Utgar, and now we got Thormun coming, but maybe even more will start to fall. So then we'll get more Valkyrie like Ular or whoever. I don't think Jandar would probably fall near the beginning at least, but maybe some of those side ones like Vidar and Einar.
Yeah, we'll have to see.
Who knows?
We'll see what they do with them. At the same time, I don't want our classic characters just being killed off. All of a sudden.
No.
I wouldn't want that. I'm even kind of uncomfortable with that happening to Utgar. But I mean, we'll see
they're
what
only
happens
doing that to move over for Revna. But then when maybe Revna gets defeated, Utgar will come back with even stronger,
we'll have to see.
And maybe have a bigger hold. Or maybe Utgar doesn't come back, and now the Hive is even more powerful, and there's a new Hive that they have to go past, and then there's a new wave of Morrow.
Yeah, we'll have to see.
Or consider this: Utgar is dead, but we have a general now that is canonically raising people from the dead. Revna raises Utgar from the dead, and now he is in service to her. And now
because his army won't be in service to him. Yeah, his army is in service.
Revenge mission. Yeah.
Yeah,
We'll
his
have to
army's
see.
like starting to follow the Viatuk, and with this newest lore, it sounds like Taylor's gonna maybe fake his own defeat against Leviatuk so that everybody starts following her who isn't already. So yeah, if Ukkar did come back, maybe someone would want to join Revna or him, but maybe not because they're like, oh well, Leviatuk's worthy and she defeated you, so you're just with Revna now. Who knows?
Raylan's
That
Anything
would
Or
be
could
you
happen.
comes
interesting,
back
like-
with a vengeance and he just kills everyone that dares oppose him, and he's like just this undead maniac. Either way, it's
Yeah.
cool.
But I think we should wrap up, guys, because we've had fun discussion, and basically.
What about the order markers?
Oh yeah, if you want to discuss order markers real quick, we kind of went over that a little bit, but yeah, okay. Thoughts on order markers? Or no, wound markers, wound tokens. That's what you're talking about.
Or that's what I meant.
Yeah,
Sorry.
wound token.
Yeah.
Wound token. Okay, wound token things, and then let's close up. So yeah, what are thoughts on that? I mean, it's a.
All right, all collectively, we all say 1, 2, 3. It's fine.
Or
Done.
it's it's okay.
Yeah, some people like it, but I think it's going to be even more complicated to move the figures. So,
Yeah, instead of moving one thing, that's two things you're moving.
yeah,
Yeah, it's it's something that we were asking. We need some type of wound marker token for all these all these common all these
It's-
common heroes that need this. So yeah, there you go.
It's a better option than having the original design that Avalon Hill had
Yeah.
with the little
Yeah.
rectangles that would slide in the back of the bases.
And it's the cheapest thing to purchase too. So
Yeah.
that.
It is, yeah.
Oh,
it's a
and-
deal.
and
yeah,
How many do
compared
you
to the
even
other
get?
stuff.
number.
3, 6,
Uh,
7 red ones, and then 3 two-bone tokens. So
I think so. Yeah.
looks like 3 of the double
Yeah.
wound ones.
yeah.
Yeah,
It'll do.
yeah.
But yeah, okay. I'm closing
But
this
whatever.
down. I'm closing this down. We'll be here all night. So they're shutting off, and I know a
We
lot
gotta
of,
read all the cards now.
Lydia, oh my goodness, that's what I'm doing like the last 2 weeks and then this Wednesday. But I appreciate everybody who's been in the comments. Unfortunately, I haven't been able to read everything that everybody has said, and we'll be able to catch up. But we do appreciate y'all. And if you have something to say, please leave a comment below after stream if you want something to be read at a later time, because we usually catch up with comments when we have a lighter podcast going on. But let us just wrap up, plug away on the channels, and final thoughts, I guess, for the entirety of the wave as well. Joe, go ahead first.
All right, sure. Yeah, it's been an insane year for me, so hopefully content will come out. I want to get at least one video out. I want to get at least one video out by the end of the year. But with the holidays coming up, it's going to be super busy, and I'm trying to get back to full strength and activity.
Yes, you gotta rest.
So it's been insane. I feel like every time I want to go ahead and do something massive happens. So I thought I was gonna be taking a short break because of getting married, and then the house and being in the hospital, and it's just like, can I take a break, please? I want to get back to this. I want to go back.
It's called being an adult now, sir.
And like now I've been like, where do I need to film? Because I don't like filming up here because of the slanted walls. So I'm like, maybe I have to figure out a place to film with a nice back wall or something. So I got to figure something out with that. Other than my health and life events, nothing else really has been going on and chilling. So I'm just super excited for all the cool terrain. Like that's literally all I want is the terrain. I'm probably gonna get like one of all the uniques. I'm not gonna buy any commons. I cannot afford any commons right now. So I'm just gonna get like just the unique stuff. And then just wait for like Christmases and birthdays just to get, let's say, like the necrotex or the bugs, or maybe vipers at some point. I don't know, but yeah, I just want a bunch of concrete and asphalt. I'm so happy that we're getting that again. We're gonna get 24 hex concrete. I can make the parking lot I've always wanted to. I want to make a parking lot. I love modern stuff. Please, like literally, like I want to be like, let's do Back to the Future, like
Put some
Let's make
little
a parking
cars in
lot
the
in the
parking
mall.
lot.
Let's tear down the community theater and build a parking lot here.
Yeah. I want more modern stuff. So if there's anything out there, like for how much I love the Marvel original wall, and you can like break that open, I want to use that for like Heroscape adventures and stuff. But having this giant like triangle wall is like, I love it so much. I can't wait. I can't wait. But yeah, with that said, I love you guys. Thank you for the support. I missed all of this. So I'm happy to be back to doing stuff, and hopefully you guys will see a video out of me by the end of the year. So hold me to that. Some people hold me to that. So reach out and let me know, or just tell me, just to remind me, hey, you working on that video, right? You did that, okay? so hold me to it, guys. But with that said, I'm gonna pass the torch, and don't forget, I am not crazy. I'm Joe Crazy.
Thank you, Joe. All right, Nick, go ahead.
Yeah. Over just this wave, as far as that goes, I think the art, or not the art, but the figures themselves for the bugs are probably the coolest to me, with the clear and how they look and everything. But I was just most excited overall about all the new stuff. So the first Valkyrie, the first unaffiliated cards, the first huge squad of 5 with multiple lives, the first figures that come apart and go back together and you can customize them, the first glow-in-the-dark stuff we've ever had. There's a whole lot of first evers in this whole bunch of stuff. And G.I. Joe, that's kind of a first. I mean, we had Marvel as a separate thing before, but this is the first of the G.I. Joe, so I'm just excited about all the new things, and I think that teases that maybe with every pre-order release like this that they do, maybe we'll see something else that's new, like one time every new release or whatever. So that's cool to me. And I guess as far as my stuff, I'll be posting some videos about the tournament I went to yesterday, so that was a fun one. And there was a custom map there that was really cool. I might post like a picture of that either on Facebook or YouTube. It had I don't remember what the name of it was, but it was, you've probably seen it on Facebook before too, because I know he posted it. But Jeremy posted something where he has like this elf map, like this forest where there's all these different kinds of trees and this big tree fort thing, and there's like Elven Road, and it's really cool. But I'll post that for everybody to see. But yeah, it's kind of my recap. All I need to say.
Yeah,
So.
Thank you, Nick. Josiah, go ahead.
Yeah, lots of great unit. I think my biggest takeaway from this all is that, one, I'm never going to be done painting. That is just going to be my life from here on out, because with multiple awesome commons, I'm never ending. I'm still working through the 5 gallery boxes I got, and I'll probably finish that just in time when the new stuff comes out. But overall, the models and sculpts all look really amazing. I'm sure we didn't talk about this too much, but ShinCon this year had a very limited kind of pool of army cores. There's about 2, maybe 3 viable things that were in the
Next year's
thing, and
insane.
next year I don't even know what people are bringing. There's so many,
Right.
between G.I. Joe being legal and just so many great additions that buff up old units and new units getting their time to shine. It's going to be a lot more interesting and dynamic, I think. So I'm really looking forward to the competitive side, just participating in all these units. And yeah, it's, in terms of personal stuff I'm doing, it's Scape-a-ween over on the Roguescaper channel. So we're doing lots of spooky themed things, paints, and working on a very big lore video as well that'll be releasing hopefully at the end of the month. And other than that, yeah, I'm just wishing everyone a belated happy Heroscape Day. Yeah, keep scaping on.
Absolutely. Again, links description below for all these wonderful gentlemen, including the shout out that we mentioned at the beginning of the podcast as well. And of course, I'm Ryan, aka Tales of Valhalla, and my goodness, this has been a busy month, as I knew it was going to be as soon as Renegade Con dropped. I'm just like, there's going to be a lot of streams going to have to do. And there's other things that you're going to have look forward to, because, I mean, this Wednesday, we're going to close looking at Thormun's Thunder, me, Jeremy, and a possible other guest I'm not going to say yet, but I'm making plans for that, so it should be a fun stream this Wednesday. And then in the future, I gotta read this month's scenario still. Behind in that, I finished re-editing Tales of Valhalla: The Aftermath Chronicles Season 2, so that's ready to premiere. Working on Season 3. I'm starting to animate a little bit again, so there's other shorts and series that are going to be coming up very, very soon. Can't wait to show those things. So the end of the year is ending with a lot of work, a lot of things to do, a lot to look forward to into the next year as well. There might be 1 or 2 additional series that we're going to be planning for next year as well. So this channel ain't going anywhere. And I'll say one other thing too, because I've had a couple discussions with people in the last few weeks, this goes to anybody out there, because I noticed that some people tell me that they come to this channel because they're going through like a really rough time, and they're just like, you know, just listening to this stuff just keeps me going, and then playing this game, like interacting with my kids or whatever, really helps. And it's a very humbling thing to register in your head, because when I started, it was more therapy that for me, 10 some years ago, just getting through my own difficulties. But I'm happy that anybody can hop on here is comfortable enough to just stick around and listen, and helps them pull through whatever else they're going through. That's why I say when I end, you have a purpose in your life, find it, pursue it, live it, and we'll see you all next time. Because it was actually 4 years ago yesterday that I had my major surgery. So, and it's also 17 years ago yesterday that I met my wife. Interesting date, October 18th is. So I'm thankful that we're still going. I'm thankful we're still making plans for these things. And for all you out there who are listening to this, maybe for the first time, maybe for the umpteenth time, don't give up. You have support here, and like I said, all links in the description below. Check it out. Support if you can, and even if it's just subscribe, like, or comment, we always appreciate it. And I thank you guys also, and anybody else who comes on here on the panel sometimes, for volunteering your time as well. Always appreciate y'all. And again, I'll say it again, you have a purpose in your life, find it, pursue it, live it, and we'll see all of you later. Bye now. Bye now. Bye.